Hello, everyone. I want to begin by thanking the Education and Workforce Development Cabinet, the organizers, and all of you for participating today in a way that prioritizes everyone's health in hosting this virtual bus tour. This has been the toughest year most of us can recall. But right now, we have so many reasons to be optimistic. The light at the end of this dark tunnel is getting brighter by the minute. Right now, we are administering the safe and effective COVID-19 vaccines faster each week than the federal government can give them to us, and we're going to sprint out of this pandemic this year. But until everybody can get vaccinated, we need everyone to be patient and vigilant. Continue to mask up, maintain social distance, avoid crowds, practice good hygiene, host events virtually, just like this one, and make a plan to get the vaccine. Your shot of hope when your turn comes. While this year is different, and the challenges brought forth by this pandemic were unexpected, one thing that has never changed, a value that will never change, is that mine is foremost an education-first administration. If you've heard me speak at all, you probably heard me say that. The importance of educators and education is at the core of our values. Education is how we prepare our people to be the leaders in the post-COVID economy. It's how we begin the hard work to redress historic inequities. Education is central to how we build a better Kentucky, that better Kentucky that we all want. Education is also how we ensure Kentucky's workforce is up to the task of taking on the jobs of the future. My administration has been working hard to represent your interests, to support education and workforce development through a variety of programs and initiatives, many administered by the EWDC. In my budget I presented to the General Assembly in January, I proposed historic investments in education at a time when college training is absolutely essential for moving our workforce and our economy forward. We are not only pledging an additional $17 million in funding for post-secondary institutions, a 2% increase in general fund investment. We've also proposed $50 million for much needed asset preservation projects, and nearly $20 million in additional funding to help campuses cover their pension obligations. In addition, my budget would create the Better Kentucky Promise, a new program that expands the Work Ready Scholarship to provide that last dollar assistance for nearly 6,300 Kentuckians to complete an associate's degree or secure a certificate. One reason we're looking to expand Work Ready is because we're proud of what that scholarship's already accomplished. The program helps cover up to 60 hours of tuition for anyone who has not yet earned an associate's degree, and in many instances, the assistance is totally free. Adults can enroll in a wide variety of high-demand technical programs, including healthcare, manufacturing, business, IT, construction, skilled trades, transportations, and even logistics, with more than 350 courses currently available. Overall, that scholarship served more than 5,600 students and provided more than $16 million in scholarships for adult learners around the state just since it launched in 2017. College affordability is a priority for this administration. We must ensure that every Kentuckian has access to the educational opportunities that lead to a sustainable and also a successful career, an active and meaningful role in their community, a financially stable household, and the highest quality of life possible. We need to achieve these goals without saddling our students with decades of debt. I believe that's a moral imperative. And I want to thank our campuses and the Kentucky Council on Post-Secondary Education for their commitment to meeting that goal. This past summer, CPE and our public universities held strong to their values and preserved college affordability with the smallest average tuition increase in decades. This allowed resident undergraduate students to enter this next academic year with an average tuition increase of only 0.7%. Kentucky's 60 by 30 goal seeks to raise the percentage of working age Kentuckians with a high quality post-secondary degree or certificate to 60% by 2030. And I can think of few investments with a better rate of return. I can think of no greater lever to re-energize our workforce and position our economy for robust and equitable recovery than education. And I can think of no greater opportunity to break the cycles of intergenerational poverty and provide a path to economic resiliency for all Kentuckians. You don't have to take my word for it. The latest research from CPE shows that a graduate with a bachelor's degree now earns close to $1 million more than a high school graduate over a lifetime. and graduates with an associate's degree can earn around $400,000 more. In addition, those with a college education experience a greater appreciation for the diversity of our communities and a lower rate of incarceration or substance use disorder. They're more likely to teach the value of education to their children. I know, because my dad was a first-generation college graduate. These are the values that you all embody and the values that are going to lead our Commonwealth to a bright future and help build that better Kentucky that we all want. I want to thank you again for inviting me to talk about this crucially important issue. God bless. And I believe our next speaker is our resident educator, individual who helps chart our way, that understands what it's like to be in a classroom and is so focused on all those moments when somebody can fall out of their educational journey. Our Lieutenant Governor, Jacqueline Coleman.
Thank you so much, Governor. And thank you for being here with us today and making sure that education and job training and jobs of the future continue to be our top priority. So thank you. So hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on the Discover You virtual bus tour. As many of you know, we just recently marked the 1-year anniversary of the very first COVID case in Kentucky. And we're now looking back on a year of lessons learned. In the COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen lots of new challenges that have been created by the pandemic, but we also know that this pandemic has exacerbated old issues that have existed for years. And it won't surprise any of you when I tell you that this virus has made a huge impact on our workforce, especially for women and minorities. In order for us to be able to move Kentucky forward, we need to address these problems, new and old alike, and hit them head on. For those of you who have suffered inequities for generations, we can't afford not to. And so our goal at the Education and Workforce Development Cabinet is to give Kentuckians the tools that they need to build thriving and healthy communities. Ensuring that we have a world-class education system and a highly skilled workforce is key to our mission. And these two pillars, education and workforce development, provide the foundation for not just our local economy, but also our statewide economy. And they go hand in hand. An educated workforce is a prepared workforce, and a prepared workforce is one that is ready for those jobs of the future. At EWDC, we provide services to Kentuckians from cradle to career. Unfortunately, there are gaps in educational attainment, whether it's in preschool before our kids get to kindergarten, or from middle to high school to post-secondary, and certainly from post-secondary to the workforce. And that's why we're committed to continued education and job training through the 4 E's of workforce and economic development. And those are expansion, exposure, experience, and expertise. First, we have to make sure that we expand access to early childhood education. Next, in middle school, we must provide exposure to community career options. In high school, we want our students to get real-world experience in those community career options. And in post-secondary, we want to make sure that Kentuckians have the expertise they need to succeed in their chosen field. And so from the time a Kentuckian enters the education system to the time they enter the workforce, they have to know that they are such an integral part of their community's economic development and that there are opportunities available to help them thrive. And so we're doing this virtual bus tour to make sure that our communities, especially rural communities, know what is available to them through the Education and Workforce Development Cabinet. So often, Kentuckians don't know about all of the amazing opportunities that there are out there, and we know that knowledge is power. For example, the governor just mentioned the Better Kentucky Promise, and this is a perfect example of life-changing work that's being done that really deserves elevation. So expanding the Work Ready Scholarship creates opportunities by providing what we refer to as the last dollar in for more than 6,300 Kentuckians to complete an associate's degree or to secure a certificate of some sort. That's 6,300 Kentuckians gaining that educational advantage and taking a huge step in moving not only their lives forward, but this Commonwealth forward as well. So the virtual bus tour is part of an initiative throughout this administration to adapt to the changing landscape of education and job training and changes that we're seeing in the workplace during the COVID-19 pandemic. We're committed to reaching people where they are, and we're committed to making efforts to improve broadband services across the Commonwealth so that we can continue to bring every Kentuckian into this conversation, no matter their zip code. So the programs that you'll hear about today are available in every corner of the Commonwealth, from Pikeville to Paducah and from Monticello to Maysville. And rural economic development is a top priority of mine and of this cabinet's. So I want to say thank you to all of our local partners who are joining us today, and to all of our partners who worked with us to be able to make this happen. Together, we will continue to work towards building a workforce and an economy of the future right here in Kentucky. And so one of the key players in that, and what I believe is a very, very integral part of the work that we do every day, is Deputy Secretary Mary Pat Regan. So I'm going to turn it over to her so that she can start to talk about some of these opportunities that are available in your community.
Great. Thank you so much, Lieutenant Governor and Governor, for kicking us off. And thank you all for being here today. Just a couple of housekeeping items. We do have everyone on mute, and we have a lot of information that we're going to go through today, but these bus stops are being recorded and they'll be on your local workforce board. So if there's something you don't catch today, it will be recorded and online on the local workforce board website. In addition, at the end, we'll open it up for questions. And if you can put any questions you have during the tour into the chat room, at the end, Brennan will send those over and we'll see if we can answer those for you. So I'm going to kind of talk through the Education Workforce Development Cabinet. I'm not going to go through all of our agencies, but we do have 13 different agencies in our cabinet. Today, I'm going to start with the first stop being in the Kentucky Office of Vocational Rehabilitation. And this agency is supporting Kentuckians with disabilities and helping them become economically self-sufficient and independent. And we work with employers and employees on connecting them together for those having disabilities. One of the areas that the agency is working on right now is the Retain. And if you want to go move that to the next slide, John. Our Retain grant, we are entering phase 2, and I know the agency has been working extensively for that grant, and that is to help implement stay-at-home or return to work strategies for anyone who's been ill, needing going back to work. And there are different areas where you can apply for that. And if you'll go on the website at retain.uky.gov, you'll see where those resources are. Our second stop today is in the Adult Education Agency. And as the Lieutenant Governor mentioned, where we see gaps in getting back into the workforce, this is an area that I think can be extremely targeted, and I think there's a lot of energy around this. As you know, there are 350,000 working age Kentuckians who don't have a high school diploma or certificate. And 62% of the Kentucky's job is going to require some level of post-secondary education or certification. So I think this is an area where we can be creative and thoughtful about getting people back to work. One of the things that I've heard from individuals who have been looking to come back into the workforce is that they didn't have a good experience in high school. And so going back into the classroom is a barrier. So we need to listen to those things and come up with other ideas, ways online where people can still get that education, but feel more comfortable. We also have the free GED program, which the governor and lieutenant governor been a pillar of what they propose going forward. And so anyone can have that first time GED test taking at www.ged.com. And so I think there's a lot of areas where we can really think about kind of the future jobs that are coming and create partnerships and programs that will help people get back to work through adult education. We also have the VET program, and that is located in the labor department, but I did want to mention that today. There are a lot of employment assistance through the veterans programs, the state grants, the National Career Readiness. We have the Work Opportunity Tax Credit, and we also have partnerships with the Homeless Veterans Program, the Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs. So if you have any questions about that, you can connect through our organization, and we'll connect you over to labor with the teams working on the veterans programs. And I'm going to turn it over to the Lieutenant Governor to talk about the Work Ready Scholarship.
Okay, I think I'm on now. Sorry about that. Thank you so much, Mary Pat. There are so many unfilled jobs, as many of you are well aware, because we have workers in Kentucky that don't have the training that employers need. The good news about that is you don't always have to have a 4-year college degree to get a great job, because even one class in college can help provide college credit. And that is one step closer to a better paying job. It could lead to an industry certification, or it could be used to start an associate's degree. And we know, because the data shows us, that 5 years after graduating with an associate's degree, our students in the trades make over $51,000 a year on average. And so that's why I'm excited to promote the Work Ready Scholarship. It provides free tuition in over 350 courses, with classes that are available both online and in person. It's designed to allow our fellow Kentuckians to get in, get out, and get to work quickly. Just a few points about it. The scholarship is not income-based. It doesn't have essay or GPA requirements. Even if you aren't looking for a new job, this program will also allow you to create more opportunities to advance in your current position. So if you are interested in sharing this information or taking advantage of this opportunity yourself, you can obviously be a few classes away, a class away from a better job and better pay pretty quickly. So you can call 833-711-WRKS, or you can go to workreadykentucky.com. And now I'm going to give you an overview of the Fafsa. We know that as we are coming out of this pandemic, that higher education is going to play a really crucial role in our economic recovery. We have to work to help adults gain new employability skills and to prepare our students for a new generation of jobs. We know that automation is anticipated to speed up the process from what they thought was a decade away is now about 5 years away. And so these benefits start with positive steps forward, like filling out the Fafsa. This allows Kentucky students to secure financial resources that are necessary to create real opportunities for our students and for their families. Fafsa is short for Free Application for Federal Student Aid, and it is required for students to be eligible for any federal Pell Grants and student loans. And students who complete the form, we know, are far more likely to enroll in college, and those who receive aid are more likely to stay in college. So we know that one of the unfortunate side effects of the pandemic has been that it has closed our school buildings. And so that's made it really difficult for counselors to support students and families with the financial aid process. We also know that other Kentuckians have issues with an unreliable internet access. This I guess, duo of issues has led to a significant decrease in the applications for the Fafsa, which also tells us that Kentucky is really likely to see a decline in higher education enrollment this fall. And we certainly don't want to take steps backwards at this point. So right now, it is crucial for our students to know why they should fill out the FAFSA and how to complete it. And so you'll see requirements on the screen here that we've provided, but the first and most important step is creating your FSA ID. And that can be done at fsaid.ed.gov. And once you do that, you provide the necessary information that they ask for, and then you need to make sure that you check your email regularly to stay up to date on any financial aid process updates. And so if you want more information on this, you can call or text the number on the screen, or you can visit KHEAA.com, which is KHEAA.com, and there you can connect with a counselor. So given all that information about Work Ready and FAFSA, I'm going to turn it back over to Deputy Secretary Regan to continue.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Another pathway that we have in the cabinet is the Kentucky Commission on Proprietary Education. And this is the agency that licenses for-profit schools. So it's another avenue that individuals can take advantage of, training students for employment in really high demand and fast growing areas. There's IT, there's construction, there's plumbing, there's coding, there's CLD school, nursing, just a variety of different schools that are available to students that maybe want a 2 or 4 year degree. So I think there's a list on our website, and I don't think it's on this slide, but of all the different schools that are available under the proprietary education. And then we have our Office of Employer and Apprenticeship Services, which I look at as we help navigate between and connect the dots between employers and employees through recruitment, upskilling, and incentives. And there are different apprenticeships that we're working on today to take a look at jobs for the future and what we might create as far as apprenticeships for people looking to go into those new positions as we move forward. The other thing that I want to just take a minute to highlight is the work opportunity tax credit. And that's something that I don't know if a lot of people are aware of, but I did want to make that highlight that is available for employers. And then we have a list of all the different videos of our business services. And so that kind of outlines what the Employer and Apprenticeship Services does. I will tell you that we do have a retention and recruitment tool that includes 1,200 different occupations that cover kind of traditional skilled trades, but we also have apprenticeships and retention in healthcare, IT, and even as a whiskey specialist, since we are the bourbon capital. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to John Lyons, who's our Executive Director of the Workforce Innovation Board.
Hello, everyone. Again, this is John Lyons. I'm serving as the Executive Director of the KWEB. And in addition to the statewide vision that you can see on the screen, the purpose of the KWEB is to create a workforce development system that's value-driven for employers, that aligns education with industry demands and prepares Kentuckians for the future of work and really drives economic development. But the real work of the KWEB is done through our local workforce development areas. And as you can see on the screen, our state is divided up into 10 local workforce development areas, 2 of which being highlighted today. We're going to bring some representatives from our local workforce development areas, from the Bluegrass and the Cumberlands area today, to talk to us about some unique opportunities and programs that are being provided in those areas. First, I'd like to introduce to you Amy Glasscock from the Bluegrass workforce development area. Amy, it's all yours.
Good afternoon. Thank you, John. And thank you for having me today. I'm excited to share some of the things that we have going on in the Bluegrass. Like John said, my name's Amy Glasscock. I'm the Workforce Director for the Bluegrass. In the Bluegrass, we cover 17 counties. And on the previous slide, there was a map, and we're the light blue area on that map. We have 4 brick and mortar locations. They are Georgetown, Daneville, Richmond, and Lexington. Georgetown is our comprehensive one-stop. But we also have access points across the Bluegrass, and we have identified adult educations, libraries that are places that are in the 13 other counties that individuals can go to receive assistance as well and meet our career counselors. We also have an access point at the Campbellsville University in Mercer County. Even though the career centers have been closed for the last year, we have successfully continued to serve all of our participants in our region. We have ways to contact us through social media, through our website. They can call our Lexington location and be connected to our career counselor. We absolutely have taken on being able to provide services virtually, and we plan to continue that in the future, even after the pandemic. We do provide a multitude of services for our job seekers and for our businesses. For our job seekers, we provide resume writing, interview skills assistance. We connect employees with employers. We do occupational skills training, and that's things such as, maybe paying for a certification or a degree. We offer internships, work experience, and support services. And those are things, if someone maybe needed a uniform, we can assist in paying for that uniform when they start their job. We also have employability workshops, and we're offering those virtual and in person. Our workshop coordinator frequently goes to some of the recovery centers or to the libraries to assist individuals in those workshops. For our businesses, we can assist with posting some jobs, on-the-job training, internships. We do assessments for employers, and we also have a laptop pool that employers can utilize if they need to do some type of assessments. We have customized training, incumbent worker training, and we also provide rapid response services if an employer happens to be laying off individuals. We also do job fairs. Prior to the pandemic, we did all our job fairs in person, but since the pandemic, we do them virtual, and we also have drive-through job fairs. One thing that I want to make sure that folks know about the Bluegrass is employers are hiring. We have lots and lots of jobs available. So if you're looking for a position, please make sure you reach out to us. We do really try to find careers for folks, not just jobs. In the Bluegrass, we have been very focused on our transitions to transformation programs. Our governing board of local elected officials, along with our Workforce Innovation Board, really make it a priority to help fight this drug epidemic. And so through that, we develop transitions to transformations in which we help individuals who are maybe in recovery, that have a criminal background, maybe a vet, or even in the human trafficking industry, to help them find full-time suitable employment. And we do this through our work experience and internship program. And that's where we offer 480 hours for them to go on our payroll. And that includes our workers' comp, and to get their foot in the door with the employer. Our hope is that once they complete that 480-hour internship or work experience, that it will lead them into full-time employment with that employer. And so far, the program has been very successful in connecting those employees with the employers and them staying on at that employer. We have over 100 employers throughout the Bluegrass that have signed on to participate in this program. Keep in mind, though, that the program is for our adults, dislocated workers, and youth, as well as the transitional folks that I just mentioned. The work experience also does apply to our youth, and that's our Kentucky Employees Youth Program, where we assist individuals that are 14 to 24-year-old that may have some type of barrier. And it's called the KEY program. All of this information can be found on our websites that are listed there on your screen. We have two websites, two main websites, that's ckycareers.com as well as bgweb.us. So any of our information, phone numbers, how to access our career counselors can all be found there. Thank you, John.
Thank you so much, Amy. We really appreciate you sharing all the exciting things going on in the Bluegrass. Next, I'd like to turn things over to Myra Wilson with the Cumberlands Workforce Development Area.
Thank you, John. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Myra Wilson, as he said. I'm the Director of Workforce Development for the Cumberlands Workforce Area. We serve 13 counties that include Adair, Casey, Clinton, Cumberland, Greene, Laurel, McCreary, Pulaski, Rockcastle, Russell, Taylor, Wayne, and Whitley. Our comprehensive one-stop center is located in Somerset, Kentucky, and we have 6 affiliate sites and 6 access points throughout our region. During this pandemic, we have continued to serve customers virtually, and that's using our website to connect with us or through social media. We are able to assist with resume building, career coaching, job search, and more. And based upon our eligibility requirements, some training programs may be available to our customers. The website has a simple form for job seekers to fill out, and our staff will contact you. If you're an employer, we can assist you as well. Our Career Center staff is available to help employers with labor market information, OJT, and many other employer services, including job fairs, job postings. We have a short form on our website to fill out, and a member of our business service team will be in contact with you. Whether you're a job seeker or employer, we have many services that are offered, and they can be found on our website, cumberlandsworkforce.com. Along with all the other areas, I'm sure we have a large number of jobs in their area. What we've listed is the top 10 advertised jobs in our region, and that data was pulled from the last week of February. They include, for the top 3, heavy and tractor trailer truck drivers, retail salespeople, and the registered nurses. We want to assist you, so please contact us through our website or social media. We do have a few unique program offerings. Core to Career provides assistance to individuals that are justice involved. It's designed to quickly assist in getting individuals into the workforce. This focuses on working with the county attorneys in our area for referrals. We've pioneered the utilization of kiosks to connect us with the workforce. And we focus on removing the obstacles and utilizing our local partnerships around the area to provide assistance in obtaining gainful employment or training. Our post-secondary education employment focuses on retaining talent in our area. We accomplish this by working with post-secondary institutions in the Cumberlands area to connect new graduates to local opportunities with employers in our area in an effort to retain them. And another is our 15-week Web Development Coding Academy in partnership with the Barron County Skills Coding Academy. This program graduates enter the workforce as a junior front-end web developer with a base salary of $55,000. We truly want to be a resource to assist you, whether you're a job seeker or employer. And as you make your decision for your next step in life, please allow our team to serve you in some way.
Thank you so much, Myra. But before I turn things back over to Deputy Secretary Regan, I do want to remind everyone that that everything is going to be posted, as far as everything from our virtual bus stop will be posted online. So if you missed a phone number, if you missed a link or a program's name, please know that you can go back and access those at any time. And not all of our KCC services are going to be available in person, but the KCC centers are going to be able to assist you in some ways, or if you reach out to them, to give them a call. And with that, I'm going to turn things back over to Deputy Secretary Regan before we start our question and answer.
Thanks, John. Brendan has the Q&A open in the chat if we have any questions for today.
So far, we haven't received any, but if anyone's got any, please send them my way.
No, in closing, I would just thank everyone for attending this today. I know it's a lot of information, but we are here as a resource and want to partner with you. I think, everybody in EWDC, as well as the governor and lieutenant governor, are focused on education and workforce, getting people back to work. And as difficult as this pandemic has been, I do think it also gives us an opportunity to rethink how we bring our services out into the public and to help people with their needs going forward so that we can come back even stronger in Kentucky. So we want to partner with you. If you have ideas or suggestions on different apprenticeships or how we can help you, feel free to contact any of us. And as Amy and Myra both pointed out, we do have a lot of open jobs right now. So we are here to assist. And again, I appreciate everyone attending today.